So we got back to Amphibia, and it's another Earth episode, and they're starting to get a little bit boring. These Earth episodes kind of suck. They don't do anything. Like the story has doesn't move forward in any way in this episode. It just through it's a cartoon, so logic is always going to be on thin ice. But they just don't even care anymore. They didn't even make an attempt to make this make any sense. I like Frobo. I like robots. I absolutely love robots. I Some of my favorite characters are all fictional robots. I think like Data from Star Trek, Isaac from the Orville. I love robots. TikTok from Wizard of Oz. I love robots. They're so freaking cool. So you while I like Frobo and I want him to be a character again, I don't like this episode because it just doesn't. It makes sense to Polly, I guess, but everyone else, I don't know. But we jump right in, and Anne's gonna is showing the family the internet, which she hasn't shown them the internet yet, which is super weird. I thought they were already like using the internet, but I'm like, oh okay, they're gonna look up that phrase they found on the jar. No, she's there just to show them cat videos. Okay, I guess Polly was in the garage rebuilding Frobo because he got smashed and all they had was like a head and like some of his parts. So she like rebuilt him out of everything in the garage. So he's like made of dryers, like a washing machine and just like parts and stuff. And she was able to like get him to work. But when he turned on, he was like in attack mode and was like shooting laser beams everywhere and like put a bunch of holes. And I was like absolutely destroyed their house. These are tens of thousands of dollars in damages to the house. And then the dad's like an indefectual little man baby, like, oh, my new gaming controller. And they like got destroyed. Oh, shucks. Why did cartoon dads got to be losers? So like, well, unplug it. Polly, it's really cool that you want Frobo back, but this is super dangerous. And here you go. You can have like basically a Teddy Ruxpin. Like that can be your robot friend, but it's like scary. I who I can't be the only person who did not find Teddy Ruxpin to be scary. Or any of these like little robot toys because I love robots. Oh my god, I love them so much. It was never scary. It was awesome. You had a stuffed bear who had a very kind and sweet voice. You'd put in a cassette into him and he would read the book. Like it would come with the story and he would read you the story and everything and it was like the coolest thing ever. Why people think this is scary, I'll never understand. But they're like, "Hey, Polly, let's call it quits on Frobo for now because it's too dangerous." Then she gets on the internet, like how to build a robot or like robotics and stuff. So she's like looking up all these websites and there's all kinds of fun little Easter eggs during this whole scene. Then she finds a YouTube channel and I think they specifically say these are girlfriends building robots. So like lesbian robot builders. Okay, that's information that doesn't matter. Even if it was a boy and a girl, you wouldn't be like boyfriend and girlfriend build a robot. It's just weird information. Then like this is strange. I just find this like a strange. I don't know why but Polly's like blushing. Is she blushing because she's excited and because they're building a robot and it's fun, or is she blushing because it's lesbians? What are they trying to say here? It's super weird. So then she has this tailor-made little like mechanics jumpsuit. Like, where did you get that? I mean, it's adorable, but where the hell did you get that? So she's watching all their videos and they're very, you can't just watch, that'd be like watching a video about how to build a car and they're building a 96 Honda and you're working on a Bugatti. Yeah, some of the stuff is going to translate over, but not enough of it to actually make it workable. And like they're like, oh, tighten the bolts down. Like, really, Polly? You didn't tighten the bolts down? I don't know. It's really stupid. So she's watching a bunch of the videos, and I'm guessing this all happened in one night. I thought this was like over days and days and days, but she like does it all in one afternoon or one night. Got everything all hooked up. He looks a whole lot better, and then she ends up it doesn't work. It doesn't power on. But she's like, oh, she ends up calling them and like gets them on a video call. They answer the video call. They see Polly is a robot, they see the robot and they see Polly's like a talking frog alien monster, and they don't react to that in any way. Like they don't freak out. Nothing. It's a robot monster and a alien frog girl, and that's just they think it's the coolest thing ever. Man, it would have been better if Polly would have used like a filter or something to like mask what she looked like, or maybe they thought it was a filter, and because she was like wanted anonymity on the internet, maybe they thought that, but they later in the episode you find out they didn't think that. So they're like, "Oh, you didn't use a strong enough power source." And then you need like I'm like, "Oh, you're going to need like a nuclear reactor." Or at the very least, like car batteries, like yacht batteries, something strong. So she was using regular double A's, but like, "Oh, you need a battery like from a toy." So she takes the battery out of the Teddy Ruxpin, which is no stronger than batteries. The only difference is you can probably recharge this. I mean, it's slightly stronger, but it plugs in perfectly. I don't know. This is so dumb. So she just plugs it in and it's good enough. She's like, "Wait a second, I'm gonna go get the family so they can be here too when, Frobo comes back to life." They're just like doing more stupid stuff, and they're not really doing anything. They're not investigating the thing they found at the museum or nothing. They're just like hanging out. Then they kind of make a Star Wars joke about like prequels and stuff. Like, okay. Uh, Polly's like, "Oh, cool, guys. I mean, look how adorable she looks in this freaking outfit." Then she's like, "Oh, I'm going to bring Frobo back to life." I'm like, "Whoa, Polly, we told you not to do that." And she did it anyways. And Anne just does like, "Oh, shucks, Polly, you just do what you want to do." But Hot Pop's like, "No, I like specifically told you not to do this because it's unbelievably dangerous." Even those girls during their little video calls, like, "Don't turn this thing on. You need to be like in a warehouse or out in an open field. You can't just like do this in your house because you could blow your house up." And they even offered to like help her find warehouse space to do this. And of course, she can't wait because obviously she misses Frobo, but this is dangerous. It can get you killed. But she's like, "You guys are stupid. You guys don't care about him the way I care about him." And then she just powers him up anyways. It works, but it's like a full factory reboot. So it's like just talking like a regular robot, and it's trying to recontact its manufacturer, which it's not on Earth, So it's not gonna be able to make that contact. So it's trying to increase its range. So it's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fly up in the air, bust through the roof of the house." So that's more damage to Anne's family's home. It flies up in the air, but then I guess the rocket motors in his arms stuff start to go out, so they're gonna crash and die. Those two girls just show up. So she found a YouTube channel to some robotic lesbians that so happen to be within scooter distance of where she lives. I don't It's so stupid. And they're like, "Oh, did you guys see like a little girl?" Like they knew that she was like a frog and they didn't care. They look up, they see that the Frobo's crashing. Polly's super sad. "I'm sorry, now we're both gonna die," which I thought was kind of funny. But then her tears like make them better. Like, remember when Pikachu's tears brought Ash back to life? It's like that. So Frobo remembers because of the tears. It should have been some kind of DNA recognition software or something, and that's because he made Polly like his robot, like the master, basically. But I'm just inferring that. We don't know that's what happened. It remembers, and it's like, "Oh, Polly, hello," but of course, it's like a little like a robot baby voice. Trying to land, but only has one rocket. Puts Polly inside of his chest, like, "Oh, it's kind of like more better than being out here," or is it? I don't know. I guess it is. Would you rather be in a car smashing into the ground or just falling out of the sky? Because all that metal could crunch in and just like kill you. It smashes into the ground. It leaves a big old crater. I do like how Sprig's the first person there to make sure that his baby sister's still, alive. She's fine. She lived. And then she's like super sad about what she did and how she like killed him again. But he's still alive, but just the head part of him, which is cool. So now he's like an Alexa, like a dot, like the little Alexa Echo things. So that's pretty much what he is. He's alive again. Everyone's happy. These robot lesbians are like, "Oh, super cool." And then they start going over like technical jargon. So I guess she learned all this in an afternoon, which is ridiculous. Like I thought she watched all these YouTube videos and did all this research like over weeks, like multiple days. But the way that it's shown that it was just a few hours. Nobody's that smart. But then they're just going over like the silly jargon. And then they're like, oh, maybe we should use the internet for things like that, like learning things, or maybe more cat videos. And it just ends with them watching silly cat videos. These episodes are not good. What happened? What did we gain from this? Frobo is now an Alexa. Okay, that all this other stuff. So now they have these like robot lesbians on their team now. Are these recurring characters? They're not bad characters. Like we only saw them for a little bit. I don't think that they are going to be a detriment to the story or they're going to be irritating in any way. But it's just weird that they just threw these extra 2 characters in here that just accept everything. I don't know. Earth sucks. Let's get back to Amphibia. Let's get back to the fantasy. Let's get back to the story. These Earth episodes are really dragging on me. Man, I can't wait to get the heck out of Earth, get that box running again, and let's just get off the planet, please. Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.